Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World. And in this video, I'm going to go over the April newsletter and the developer note number 20. I'm going to start with what they have in store for us for the month of April. So let's have a quick look at what they wrote here. The first piece of information is that we're going to have 4 new teammates in April, and that's going to be the same also in May and June, so be prepared. 2 of them are going to be collab, so we're not going to have 4 collab teammates as the last one or 3 as the first 2. It's going to be a 2-unit collab, but from what they said in the developer notes and that we're going to discuss later, we're going to get both of them as SSR plus units, which is interesting, and this could leave a few options. I believe both of them will be purple, especially if we also look at the design. Actually, let's have a quick look at the video reveal they posted recently, just to have a quick look at what they are. So we have Mori as the first one and Tawa as the second one, I believe. I don't really know them. But these are the designs. Both of them look extremely purple to me, especially the first one. A big scythe kind of makes sense with the purple element, but we'll see. So if they're both going to be purple, that's going to be a massive addition to the purple element. They are the ones with the fewest number of SSR plus units. We only have 5 now with Aljo. So with these 2, it would bring them to 7, which would be basically on par with the rest of the elements. And I think it makes the most sense. If they decide to give it to anyone else, they will just unbalance them too much. And if you say, but they just released an SSR Plus, they're not going to release 2 more immediately back to back to back. And they already did it. Like, if you remember, we had Dawn, Revolution Bomb, and Yama basically back to back to back. Okay, there was Gustang in the middle. But yeah, in terms of SSR Plus, they were exactly one after the other. Now, okay, to be fair, there was also, what was that? Chronos Yuri at the beginning of January, so she was after Revolution Bomb, but still very close. And I think this could make sense. The other option would be 1 purple, 1 yellow. And at that point, I hope Maury is going to be purple and Towa is going to be yellow, but we'll see, guys. I really have no idea. And yeah, that's more or less it. For the other 2, I might have some ideas who they might be, but I'm going to talk about that during the dev notes. Well, actually, one of them is going to be most likely an XSR Plus, which is the Data Tower SSR Plus unit that you can pull for with the normal tickets as well. And this should beat Zahard, but more details on that in the dev notes. The other unit, I believe, could be Halfine that they already shared in the developer livestream. So she could be yet again an SSR Plus unit. So this month could be made of 4 SSR Plus units, but 2 of them you can only pull with Suspendium. 1 of them you can pull on with the normal tickets, and only the last one would be strictly with black market tickets. So I think would still be fair if they did it this way, I think. So we'll see. If that is the case, this is a huge month to power spike your account. You can easily get so many units leveled up that is really insane. But we'll see, guys. Then for new content, we just have the collab starting on April 9, okay, with the related costumes, campaign, etc. Fine. Now we have a content upgrade to the faction competition event, Yama versus Yasracha. This should be similar to the competition we had between Tromray and Gustang, but I don't know. I really don't know what it is going to look like. Then we have the event schedule, very, very brief. We have the collab campaign, collab fest and costume, faction competition event, that is the one we just saw, Radiant Reward event, not sure what that is, new adventure, new guide missions. This is the content for new players and people that started after Gust and Manner, I believe. All of them are going to be included in this. And you will be guided through your first 40 adventure floor chapters. They're also going to nerf adventure, so you're not going to have 2 teams up to floor 21, 3 teams up to floor 50, I believe. So from 51 to 70, you're going to have 3 teams, and then from 71 to 100, you're going to have 4, which makes it a lot easier to progress and yeah, a lot less stressful for new players. So that's going to be massive. We'll see how that is actually going to play out. But yeah, looks amazing so far. And we also have the Astrolabe expansion. Probably not many of you will care about it, but it's still a thing. Then on April 23rd, we have the hard mode and content rewards revamp. That's going to be, again, pretty massive. And we have the SSR Plus Data Tower unit that will likely beat the hard as the first unit. Then we have a rerun of an event, okay. Then a new main story, perfect. So more black market tickets if you're a spender. Then we have a theme-based summon added. So you will have a banner to summon for previous units at a discounted price or with the hard mode tokens. We'll see how good those banners are going to be. And strengthen goal setting system. Not sure what they mean by that. Then we have Hell Train Arena Season 5, a new event boss battle, and new adventure and trial floors. That's all they shared with us. It's a lot more synthetic, I think, than the last one. Very, very compact. But overall, it is a really massive month, in my opinion. 4 new units, and all of them will be fairly cheap, except for the last one, probably. But I'm expecting the XSR Plus and the 2 collab units to be fairly cheap to max. So for all of you, could be a good opportunity to improve your roster quite a bit. Then I would say we can move on to the main topic of this video, which is the developer notes number 20. And in here, they basically talked a lot about what they discussed during the live stream. We have the 3 points they shared, so the reward, the character acquisition, and the, what was the last one? Growth, I believe. And let's have a quick look at what they say. They always talk about rewards. This is basically what we already read. And let's see. As player progress beyond the early stages into multi-deck expansion, element building, difficult, universal growth resources. Fine, whatever. Like these are the discussions about the pain points of the 3 different topics. So characters, rewards, and growth progression. And here they're also mentioning that the game has been running for quite a bit, so we have so many units that people have to level up, so it's a bit annoying to build so many units if you're just starting out. Also the different system with the revolution, ignition weapon, etc. So they will try to adjust the growth pace to enhance the overall enjoyment of the game. So yeah, we'll see what they're actually going to do. There should be more detail down the line. Also about growth progression, they are talking about all the different systems, the Shinsul Links, the Essence, Origin Orb, Research Lab, Archive, and yeah, all of which players experience as they progress. But they were built as long-term sort of growth systems, so you were not expected to develop them super quickly. And in the short term, it might be like probably overwhelming and you won't notice any major buff. But as you develop all of them, you will have very strong foundation to your game. So yeah, it will be slow and gradual. That's what it was meant for. But yeah, definitely it feels annoying for new players to have so many systems all up at the same time that they have to work on. Because when we started the game as day 1 players, we had basically very few systems in place, or they were not as complete as they are now. So we had enough time to build them up. Then they released more stuff, and we had enough time to keep on growing. Now a new player would just have a lot of stuff to do at the same time. So yeah, I guess it could be overwhelming a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how they're going to adjust the all of the resources they should provide to us. And yeah, here there are the measures to tackle the issues above. And the first step is trying to revamp the rewards that are going to try and make drastic improvements. Let's hope so. And they're working on adjusting the overall rewards to better meet player expectations. In terms of overall rewards, we're ensuring that every bi-weekly update provides a clear sense of progression in comparison to previous versions. And that's also something they mentioned, I think maybe later down the line. No, should be here, something. And they're restructuring standard content rewards, adjusting distribution rates for different content. Additionally, considering merging certain content where necessary. This is going to be interesting. I don't know what they mean. Many of you have expressed concerns about hard mode rewards remaining fixed beyond a certain floor. Absolutely, that really sucks. They will start increasing rewards from floor 50, really good. And then they also plan to introduce a new currency called hard mode tokens. And you can earn them by clearing floors, it seems, or just by like the AFK loot. I don't know if you can also get them for like actual floor completion, or if it is exactly the same as the standard adventure. So you complete and you increase the amount of tokens you generate passively. But yeah, there is going to be a passive component to this token generation. And every update, there is going to be a refresh of the exchange shop where you can use those tokens to buy some certain materials. And this is meant to so that you can acquire growth materials. And also, I believe there are tickets and other things. Let's keep reading. We're currently rebalancing our reward amounts and increments in regular content, taking into account both the overall accumulated rewards and the actual consumption of resources. To maintain a steady sense of progression, we're introducing hard mode tokens, okay, again, and it will allow you to earn additional designated rewards with each update cycle. One of the main exchange rewards will be the ability to continuously collect teammates. Therefore, we have added a theme-based teammate summon as a key feature in the shop. Summon tickets will be provided through the regular content such as hard mode and the event system, event campaigns, which will allow for at least 200 summons. This at least is interesting, so probably there is a possibility for more, but minimum we're going to have 200 summons every 2 weeks. I think this is a pretty insane number, if you ask me. This is a really good number and will allow a lot of people, if they don't mess up in picking the right units, to build up the roster quite quickly. So I think this is a massive change, really, really solid. And yeah, it should be similar to the Gentleman Summon event held in March. And I think that one was really good with 200 free summons. They're going to do the same every single update, which is massive. As you progress through hard mode, the number of hard mode tokens you earn will continue to increase, allowing you to purchase tickets. These tokens will also be continuously available through loot rewards, ensuring a consistent and non-limited supply. This is really, really good, guys. I think this change is a big W in my point of view. Then they also share some more insight on the character acquisition part. The blue square represents the current system in place, and the yellow section highlight the additional elements that will be introduced. So here there was the themed summon that was just mentioned, and also the data tower reruns or something, I believe. And okay, the first one is the welcome summon. Okay, we already know that. And then we also have, where is that? Ever since updates have been primarily focused on new teammate special summons, it has been challenging to strengthen the core roster of existing teammates. With this update, our key improvement goal is to ensure that going forward, we will open both new and existing teammate summons with every update. Okay, we'll see what they're going to do. In addition to adding summons, we're ensuring that there are guaranteed opportunities for players to engage in summons, which will help expand the character pool and solidify the core roster. This will ultimately create a stronger sense of progression in adventure climbing. Good. Additionally, we plan to enhance the non-stop summon events that we have provided during Anniversary. This will help increase the average character lineup for regulars. So enhancing the non-stop summon events. That could be a pretty massive thing. If they allow us to pull, I think now we can get 2 SSR plus because we can reset them once. If they kind of double the amount of tickets and allow us to pick a third one, that would be an insane change. Like a lot of people could have a really strong lineup just free to play. That would be insane. We'll see what's going to happen, but really, really good stuff. And then they're going to discuss the data tower feature. And let's have a look. This one also, they talked about the SSR rarity. But yeah, basically the units that are going to be featured in the data tower are going to be imaginary versions of popular characters, exploring questions such as what would this character have been like in the past. This means they can freely decide to release multiple versions of the same unit without being tied to the actual manual. I think this is cool because this is a game, so they can afford to do something like this, and it would be interesting how they twist them. But it's also important to note what they're going to do to those units, but we're going to read that in a second. So the biggest change this time around is that we have shifted from a space where you would acquire SSR teammates to a space where you can now acquire SSR plus teammates. Massive. Now, they will probably be time limited, guys, so if you don't pull for them in these 2 weeks, they're gone, which is annoying. But if they actually implement the rerun in a reasonable way, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You can just resummon for them later on. And it's also important to note that we can summon with these tickets, but these should be written here somewhere. We believe that players who need to strengthen their core roster will find SSR Plus teammates with improved performance more helpful. So we have revamped this space to make it easier to obtain these teammates. The old Data Tower dungeon was structured in a way that rewarded players who had many teammates and were progressing through higher adventure stages. Kind of. However, this setup was problematic for the following reasons. Utilizing too many teammates felt a bit forced. You could not use a character more than once. The combat difficulty was relatively easy, making it feel akin to a chore. Yeah, right. With the recent improvements, we have reorganized the structure into stages where players must clear sections sequentially, with the difficulty gradually increasing. Okay. This design feels a lot more like attempting to conquer stages of Trial Force, which makes the progression more intuitive. Okay, I think that's fair. To enhance the farming experience, instead of providing fixed rewards each time, we have adjusted it so players can aim for a larger amount of data chips, adding a new layer of excitement. These, I don't know if I would call it excitement. If you will get data chips based on performance at this point, it's going to be probably more stressful for people. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Some players might be concerned that since it is SSR Plus grade, it should require black market tickets. But no, they're also going to use normal summon tickets. So you can use both of them, which is pretty interesting. And since these teammates are based on popular ones, we have introduced a system that allows you to keep the teammates with costume from the original teammate after leveling them up. So you, like in this case, I think the next teammates will be Zahard, the adventurer version, and the skin will be Data Zahard, or the Adventure Zahard will be added as a skin to Data Zahard. I'm not sure which of the two. I hope we're going to get Adventure Zahard as a skin for Data Zahard, but I have no idea. We'll see. It could be also the other way around. But okay. And then we have to achieve this, we have structured it so that both animations and skills are shared. So it's important. Animations and skills are exactly the same, guys. They do not change. So Zahard is going to have the exact same kit, but Revolution is going to be different, which is an interesting twist. So imagine we could get, I don't know, another version of Machini, and she could have a different Revolution, but the same base kit. We could have a different version of White, same skills, but different Revolution, which could be interesting for those units that have a really shitty sort of Revolution upgrades. I would say, like, those that have been buffed probably will not be released with this system anytime soon, but those that are still to be buffed, maybe they could do something like this. I don't know. We'll see. Could be interesting or could be total garbage. The good thing is that it seems like you can use both of them. So if you need two Zahard, you can have two. Let's say they're going to release a second add-on. That's going to be massive, guys, because we can use add-on in one team and another version of add-on in another team. Okay, the revolution is going to be different, but add-on is so good, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it probably won't be included anytime soon. We'll see. During the event period, the concept of linking characters with original teammates and costume, along with the difference in animation and skill, made it clear that a distinction needed to be made. Therefore, we have decided to label these teammates as XSR plus teammates, and these can be shortened as XP1, XPI. What the fuck is that? I don't know. In terms of the grade system, they are classified as SSR plus, and as such, their connection to the archive is also considered SSR plus. Next, we're working on a system that will be focused on growth elements, aiming to create a goal for each 2-week update campaign to give players clear objectives and a sense of purpose. So here, this is the topic about the different types of investments. So Shinsu links, ignition weapon mats. I think there was also the research lab, so the data shards, and the last one I don't remember. But there are going to be sort of one after the other every update. You're going to cycle through them. And the first one is going to be the Shinsu link because it's the one that received the most votes. And we're going to have missions every 2 weeks that will give us more of those rewards. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out, what this kind of system is going to look like. Here they're saying it's similar to the collect them all letter farming, which I don't like, to be honest. It's kind of RNG and a bit messy. But yeah, we're going to get these card packs randomly every day by completing missions, it seems. And then you will complete certain combinations, you will get some rewards, and that's more or less it. So yeah, you will open the packs, you will randomly get cards of units, and when you collect a certain amount, then you get the related growth material that is themed based on the current type in effect for that update. So if it's Shinsu links, it's going to be Shinsu link XP or coins. If it's going to be ignition weapons, you're going to get keys and ignition weapon mats, so the Shinsu whetstones and stuff like that. And then what do we have? Once the card pack collection is completed, they are considering offering small benefits as a collection reward in the archive. So probably even more stats in the archive for completing this stuff. And yeah, again, we'll see exactly what they're going to do. Doesn't matter until it is live, is a bit tricky. Now here, we already mentioned the guide system for new players that you'll be guided up to floor 40. They're going to give you information on which kind of teams you should build, which kind of teammates you should improve the rapport and proficiency of, and stuff like that. I'm quite afraid that the recommendations they're going to give are going to suck, or they are just going to be too guided that people will say, okay, but I want to play on my own. I don't want to just click on the stuff that the game is telling me to click because what the hell is that? So could be good, but could also end up being real shit. So I don't know, guys. Definitely, it is nice of them to think about the new players and try to guide them a bit more, but it could also be could also backfire from my point of view. Too much guidance is annoying. Also, if you remember the tutorial, it was extremely tedious when you have to click position the units and as they're telling you, and all super annoying. If it's just guidance in the form of quests, so like level up this guy, exclusive equipment to whatever, and then you do it when you have time and when you want, then it's okay. But then again, also depends which kind of units they're recommending. I have no idea. I will probably have to create a new account in that period just to have a quick look at myself. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this system. It could be interesting, but I'm not too sure about it. And then what else? They also made it easier to adjust to multi-deck fights, as I mentioned before. So we're going to have from 1 to 20 one team, 21 to 52 teams. This is insanity. 51 to 73 teams, absolutely insane again. 71 to 100, the usual 4 teams, and then 101 plus 5 teams. I think this makes sense as a progression, but this is going to be insanely quick for a new player. Literally insanely quick, but we'll see. We'll see. And also, there is going to be the advanced summon when players can meet the teammate family head, and they are working on a customized condition for new players. So there will probably be, I don't know, reach adventure floor 20, and you will unlock the advanced summon banner for Chomrei or Gustang, or both of them. I don't know. And they're also preparing to bring back all the past promotional and rerun events for those who were not able to participate in previously. Maybe they're talking about the Dawon anniversary banner. For sure, they're talking about the Data Tower banners. I don't know if they're also mentioning anniversary Iwa and E-rank banners. Could be. Like all of those that were with special rates, they will probably be brought back. If it is collab, no, I don't think it's going to be collab. They're not going to rerun collab for new players. It would be strange and probably a stupid decision. But we'll see. We'll see. Definitely all the previous weird or particular special banners could be rerun at a reasonable time for new players. We'll see. Could be really good. So this is the structure of the changes. On April 9, together with the collab, there's going to be the special guide mission, okay, and everything else is going to be implemented on the 23rd. So the reward rebalancing, the data tower with the SSR plus, etc. And we'll see. They're also going to do a live follow-up on April 28th, and they're going to review feedback that they received in the meantime. So again, really interested in seeing what's gonna happen, and it could be really good. And let's see. Alliance Fleet War, Colosseum, okay, fine. Further announcement to ignition weapons could be interesting, depending on what they were actually going to do. Like maybe allowing for rerolls of existing stats. I don't know, could be a thing, but we'll see. And then what else? There is a mention about the collab. So collaboration are pushed forward based on contracts between companies, security factor, whatever. Yeah. They're saying that for whatever reason they couldn't really gather feedback from us before going with the collab. So for now they're going to pause all future collab, and they're going to first gather feedback on which kind of category, genre, or theme they're going to collab with. So we're going to be included in the decision making, probably because they received a lot of backlash from the HoloLive collab. And they're also going to address some inquiries that were received on the HoloLive collaboration. And okay, whatever, they're saying they are pretty famous and they hope they're going to bring some good, like some new players to the game. Fine. And will take place from April 9 to April 23rd. And there will be only 2 characters featured in this collaboration, as mentioned before, and both of them will be SSR Plus level. I don't know which people gave them the feedback that the 2-part format was too long. I think it's their own decision, probably. Because, yes, it was too long, but it also gave people enough time to build up resources for both banners. Because the first one lasted for 4 weeks, the second one for only 2, but they were overlapping. In this case, we're going to have a shared PT between the 2 banners, but there are going to be 2 separate banners. So I don't know what's gonna look like in terms of expenses to max them both. So I don't know. They said making it more efficient. I have my doubts that's gonna be the case, but we'll see. Could be good. I don't know. I will definitely try to calculate how much suspending you need. My guess would be probably 200k for both. At this point, I think between 200 and 250, that's what I'm expecting. Anything less would make little sense for the game because they're trying to bring people to spend on this game, like to start right now and to spend on the collab. So making it too cheap would make little sense, but making it too expensive would also make no sense. So I would say 200k seems like a reasonable price to me for 2 maxed out SSR Plus units, which is insanely cheap, guys. So we'll see. And we aim to make this celebration period where both newly joined and existing player can enjoy the event together. Yeah, usual stuff they always say. And then here there are some Q&A that they did during the live. The first one is clarify the difference between swiftness and attack speed. They basically said swiftness is going to affect all actions in the game, including like the animation and also the attack speed, while attack speed specifically impacts the speed of basic attacks. In other words, increasing swiftness will naturally boost attack speed as well. However, if you only increase attack speed, your basic attacks will be faster, but skills will still operate at their original speed. When you increase both swiftness and attack speed, both your basic attacks and skill will occur more quickly. That's kind of obvious. So yeah, they just wanted to clarify that swiftness, as we already knew, affects sort of the interval between the skills and the basic attacks, and also the animation speed. And attack speed is only the animation speed and interval for basic attacks. That's it. Then we have the expansion of the adventure deck is too fast. Okay, they already changed it, and they also changed it for hard mode. So now also for hard mode, you're going to have 3 decks for quite a long time. 4 decks for again like 30 more floors, and then 5 decks starting from floor 81. And the other ones we already went through. They also mentioned they're going to expand the Astrolabe on April 19. Okay, so it's not April 9, or maybe this is a typo, I don't know. It's probably a typo. And there are no plans for the expansion of the Origin Orb. Then also the Emily story part, that was really a terrible design from my point of view. They really reduced the rewards. They plan to improve the system so that you can have some, I don't know, rewards out of it. I don't know. Hopefully they're not going to make it suck like it is now. They're going to actually give us back a lot of the stuff that we could exchange in the story event, like all the ignition weapon mats, all the trust and facility crystals if you wanted to, those kind of mats. We really need them back in a good quantity. So this Emily talk system is really shit. We'll see how they improve that. And what else? We will make these rewards available in areas such as what were they talking about? No, I don't know. Weird. We will make these rewards, but they didn't mention any rewards in the previous sentences. But okay. Now we have a reward increase for adventure and hard mode. And from April 23rd, they're going to, in general, improve the rewards we're going to get from most of the content. Great. And why are the monthly mission rewards fixed after a certain point? So yeah, because after, I don't remember which floor, I also noticed that weekly and monthly rewards were not increasing in terms of orange revolution mats and purple revolution mats. Every 10 floors, you got an increase in the past. Now, not anymore. And it's probably because they don't want to give too many. It's not feasible to continuously increase these rewards, but to set a maximum limit based on specific stages. Okay, fine, we'll see. Understand that some players feel that the total amount of rewards may be insufficient, so we will reassess the rewards and their overall distribution during upcoming updates in order to ensure a better sense of progression. Let's hope so. Because at a certain point, you're not getting more black market tickets per floor clear, you're not getting more revolution mats. What's the point? I don't know. Then about the release cycle of adventures and trials. For players at the highest levels, some complete the content quickly after an update, which causes them to wait longer for the next update. That is true. We're currently working hard to increase the pace of content expansions with new hard mode stages introduced every week and normal adventure being added every 2 weeks. However, we believe the gap comes from the difference between the expected cost of updates and the rewards available from the incremental content. The upcoming themed growth operations and R mode tokens should help bridge this gap effectively. I don't think so, but we'll see. Again, I have no idea. Until we see this stuff live, it's really hard to tell how good the changes are going to be. They might as well backfire on them. I don't know. It really depends. I have no real faith on these guys. They really messed up big times, like in a few instances, especially with not giving retroactive rewards. But I think that learned their lessons. So all of this stuff will be retroactive if they're going to increase, I don't know, like floor completion rewards, etc. But we'll see. Why was the currency changed? Which currency? Taking the Alliance Expedition as an example, after it was switched to Alliance Expedition, we added more items, but it seems there was feedback that the available items were not attractive enough. What? In this rebalancing, we will focus on highlighting the unique characteristic of each content and ensure that the items offered align with those features. I didn't understand the question, and I didn't understand the answer. I really have no idea. Unless they're talking about the shop, because they're saying Alliance Expedition, there is an Alliance shop. They added items to it in the past, but definitely the price sucks. So they have to adjust it. But really, no idea what the question and answer are. No clue. If you have any ideas, let me know, but this literally makes zero sense. Summon system improvements. So they're going to introduce the character themed summon system, and they're going to focus on consistently developing SSR Plus teammate lineup for mid-grade teammates to ensure they can be developed over time. And this 4.0 mini is probably like ChatGPT version. So they probably translated all of that with ChatGPT. We'll see. I don't know. Really weird. TapTap Plus PT system. So for the TapTap Plus, they're going to introduce a PT for the SSS rarity, but only after completing a full limit break. So it doesn't matter. I think if you get a full limit break, you will for sure get an SSS before the next update. It's not guaranteed 100%, but it's highly likely. And it would have made sense for people that did not pull for a max limit break unit, but no, the PT is only for people that max the unit out. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's just weird. And then reasons for reduction in the Tower Fun Run event. Again, terrible translation. So the number of exchange was reduced from 2k random dice to 1500 random dice. And they said this was to prevent excessive manual play stress. No, this is just to prevent excessive orange mats from being obtained by people. And yeah, that's all there is to it. They're going to bring them back to the original number in the next update, but this was really weird. It's still okay. Well, not we, but at least people with a lot of suspendium, so me included, I could get more than 200k orange mats out of it. So it's still really massive for the price that it costed. I think it was less. It was around probably 200k or something. No, 175, I believe. But yeah, not too much for what I actually got out of it. So really good. They're also going to consider adding the webshop shopping cart functionality. Then I don't know if the coupons are going to be applied to the whole cart or only to an item. I hope the whole cart. That would be amazing. Who knows? And they're also thinking about introducing a VIP system in the webshop, not directly in game, but just on the webshop. We'll see what's that going to look like, if they're actually going to implement it, etc. Enhancing the enjoyment of Colosseum Arena. I think that system sucks because of which kind of rewards they're giving you. They're just giving keys. I don't give a shit, I think. And we'll see. Let's see just a quick look at what they said here in the second paragraph, that based on the feedback received, they are evaluating including blind battles to balance the advantage of the attacker, or having specific reasons, seasons where Shinsu Link levels are fixed. So maybe at times they ban units, other times they make all the Shinsu Links the same, stuff like that. Could be interesting to make it a bit varied, but yeah, I don't particularly enjoy that mode. I think it's more of a chore than anything. But if you like it, let me know in the comments. Could be interesting. And there are no plans to add a fourth Tressa page. That's okay. Rework of ignition weapons. So in the previous developer notes, the statement about reviewing the balance of ignition weapons other than Barry seems to have caused some confusion because people were scared that Barry was getting nerfed. But as most gacha games, they're not nerfing stuff. They're mainly focused on buffing the other things. That's how they always operate to try and avoid the backlash. So every time you see someone mentioning there is a change to something, always expect the change to be upwards and never a debuff or a nerf of any kind. In this case, they do not plan to make any balance adjustment that will nerf the established status. The direction of the changes will focus on enhancing the characteristic of each ignition weapon to encourage combinations with various characters and in different situations. The specific implementation timeline for these changes has not yet been determined. So yeah, we don't know when they're going to do it, but they're going to buff every single ignition weapon other than Bari probably. And they're preparing system improvements to address the excessive randomness of ignition weapons. Maybe again, guaranteed substats or guaranteed upgrades on the substats you want. Who knows? But yeah, once the specific of the improvements are finalized, they will provide more detail in the developer notes. Then what else? They also mentioned the balance of Eljo. And here they said that a teammate that is a family head is based on damage proportional to health. So this is not something that only happened for Chomray and Gustang, but will keep on happening for every single family head unit, so that they are stronger when there is a significant level difference between characters, meaning at higher deficits. And yeah, on the other hand, Heljo is proportional to his own attack, which means it is good when you're closer to the enemy level, and it gets worse and worse the more further away you get. That's just how most units are, and only the max HP damage dealing units are going to, again, be really good at any kind of level. And in scenarios where the level difference is significant, family head's value increases. The thing is, they also added max HP damage to Eden, to Yasracha, and to Alice. Alice is probably the most problematic of the three because she cannot be obtained anymore, but they will probably think twice before adding it again to an SSR Plus unit. We'll see. Additionally, Eljo has the potential to shine the most in self mono element. I really don't know why translations always suck that much. Okay, in mono element decks. On the other hand, Family Head has fewer restrictions and can be used freely in various decks. So Family Heads will always have max HP damage and will be at least designed with versatility in mind. That's really good, guys. That's really good. And they are designing characters to be as strong as possible in their specific roles based on various conditions. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's just to clarify why Heljo maybe doesn't feel as good as a family head, because, well, that guy is not a family head. And yeah, we'll see. Alliance battle improvements, I don't care, we can move on. Ongoing character balance adjustments. They're also going to continue to make regular adjustments to character balance by changing the evolution skills. So they will not change the basic skill because they want to keep adventure and trials more or less the same. They just want to make it easier for you to clear them. Adventure mode, hard mode is going to be a whole different beast. You're going to face all the buffed enemies, but that's okay, I guess. It's hard mode for a reason. Addition of new Alliance Expedition boss monsters. Okay, in addition to the currently active elemental bosses, we're preparing new element monsters. We'll provide more details. Okay, they're probably going to change the boss of the Alliance Expedition soon. I don't know if they're going to include the rotation or just there is going to be a new bossing unit that is going to be released soon, and they're going to prepare a new boss for that unit. I don't know. I hope not, but who knows. There's also going to be an improved to auto battle functionality with an UX improvement. You can also change the activation of skills during the auto battle, and also decrease usually decrease the sensitivity of the screen slide, so that if you want to scroll down on your phone or do some other actions, it will not interrupt the auto progress. Okay. Communication issues, okay, they will just try to be more transparent and communicate more frequently. Let's move on. Plans for beyond the maximum of the Shinsu link. So there is going to be a Shinsu link max for us, and that is going to be 1500, but enemies can already go above that because I'm facing enemies in adventure that are higher than 1500 links at the moment. So yeah, for the enemies, it won't apply. I don't know if it's going to be higher, like 2000, or if it's going to be uncapped. No clue. And yeah, the additional like coins, Shinsu and XP we're getting, we can use on new system that will be introduced later. We'll see. It should be in June, and we'll see exactly how our resources are going to be spent there. And if we can only work on that once we reach 1500, I doubt it. But again, we'll see all of that later down the line. And also the soul crystals, the purple orbs, we should be spending them as well in this new system. More frequent use of the melting system. This is to break all of those materials and stuff that you don't use anymore when you get to a certain point, like all the equipment extracts, all the gifts, all of that stuff you can break in the melting event. And they're going to bring it up more frequently, and it's going to be applied again on April 23rd. And then also they're going to share with us the specific intervals. That's pretty cool. Then also the topic on the Revolution Reset. There's going to be like the Revolution Reset as an event on the second anniversary. It's not going to be part of like the regular system. It's just going to be on an event based, maybe reserved for like the second, third, fourth, etc. anniversaries, and not for the like 1.5, etc. We'll see. Request to exclude new teammates from Alliance Expedition boss phase. This could also be interesting. But yeah, they are discussing it. We'll see if they are going to implement it. Doesn't matter. Race shop periodic reset and update. They're planning to reset the shop, which is interesting to get more purple mats. That's pretty massive. And they're also including the addition of exchange limits and full item resets. We'll see what those are going to look like. Alliance ranking and reward improvements. We are preparing a feature to view Alliance activities on the ranking board. We will provide information on which alliances are active on their contributions. Regarding rewards, we will make adjustments in accordance with the directions mentioned earlier. Because some modes in like Alliance Expedition or, well, not necessarily Alliance Expedition, but there are a lot of Alliance events that really suck in terms of rewards. And yeah, they're going to improve on them, hopefully. That could be interesting. Initial weapon preset expansion. Thank you. I don't know why they're not like placing it at no limit. Why there should be a limit to the preset, damn it. But yeah, they're expanding it again on April 23rd. We have Control Center Summon Illustration Periodic Updates. What's that? We'll periodically update the summon illustrations in the Control Center. The updates will occur whenever 2 new SSR Plus teammates are introduced into the normal summon pool, ensuring a regular rotation of illustrations. Okay, they mean that illustration. Like, I think there is still data hats or something in the current one. I don't remember. But okay, they're going to change the image on the summon button in the control center. Doesn't matter, it's just aesthetic. Then they're planning the 1.5 anniversary Tramray skin, the one that was voted in the popularity poll. And they're not even going to consult us like they did for Ewa skin. Probably they didn't like our choices, so they decided to make the decision directly. And we don't know how that's going to look like. But once the concept is decided, they're going to share it with us separately. Okay. Melting ignition weapon. It seems feasible to create a common currency for parts obtained from melting ignition weapons, allowing them to be used more efficiently. We'll consider this as part of the ongoing improvements to the convenience of managing unused ignition weapons. Okay. Now we have soul crystals and currency usage. They also mentioned that the soul crystals can be used when the new system is going to be added in June. Okay. Removal of unwanted conditions in Guardian test. Okay, they will remove the condition to use Hayuri. Whatever, doesn't matter. Other improvements are as follows. Request that a feature will be added to hide characters from the codex that were part of past collaborations but are no longer available. Okay. The improvement to the friend support teammate list, which was addressed in a previous developer's note, has been implemented. It will sort teammates based on the actual deck composition, making it easier to select the most helpful teammates quickly. So the power you see is not going to be based on the allied power, so the links of your friend, but it's going to be based on your own links and the current deck deployment. So that's okay. As the previous feedback, the current time displayed during auto progress will be updated to the 24-hour format. Okay, fine, doesn't matter. In the Kunki-Seiya data space, an improvement will be made to prevent companions who cannot be used in the boss battle from being displayed. Thank you. I don't know why they mentioned for Kunkisei. I hope it's going to be the same also for future ones. So if the restriction is only assassin, you will only see assassin. That was supposed to be there already. Okay. And in the Colosseum Arena, slots for the 1, 2, 3, and 4 team battles, they're going to use the higher links first, which I think makes sense. I don't know why it was not like that immediately. And that's all, guys. It was a very long one. I'm sorry I didn't really read through all of that beforehand. It was kind of half first impression of it. Overall, there are a lot of nice changes. We can have high expectations, just not too high, or we could end up being disappointed, but definitely they look solid. I have high hopes for this collab, not just for the units, which could be interesting because we're getting 2 SSR plus very shortly, and chances are they're going to be purple, so I'm happy about that. But also just because of all the different systems they're going to introduce, all the rewards and free summons we're going to get. I'm really happy for that. I hope they can retain the new players that will start for the Hololive collab. And yeah, I guess, guys, we'll see each other in one of the following videos. Bye.